guys, it is Tuesday, May 1st. I'm going to physical therapy for my foot. This will be my first physical therapy appointment. And I'm supposed to go 2 days a week for a month. What I was super excited to realize today was when I was looking at my calendar, I was thinking that I had 2 more weeks of heel walking before, I mean, I have to stay in the surgical shoe for a while, but, or for at least a few more weeks, but before I can bear full weight on it in the surgical shoe, I thought I had 2 more weeks of that, which was, you know, I was just thinking, oh, I can't do this anymore because walking that way just causes my ankle to be really sore, and it's causing me to have like cramps in the arch of my foot. So really the surgical area doesn't hurt that much at all. And, but it's having to walk funny. That's really difficult. Anyway, I was filling out my calendar today and realized that I have my follow-up appointment with a surgeon next week, and that is the 6-week point. So excited because that means that a week from today I will be able to bear weight on my foot in this dumb looking shoe, but at least I can, you know, start to walk somewhat normally. And then I think only 2 weeks after that, well, it depends, I guess. He said 2 to 4 weeks, but I'm just guessing that because I'm having so little pain from it, that it's probably all healing really well, and that it might just be 2 more weeks after that. So it's very possible that by the time we get to our moving date that I'll be in a regular shoe. I never imagined that. I thought that I would be in a surgical shoe for a few more weeks after that, but we'll see. So yeah, I'm going to a physical therapy appointment, and then I had to miss an awards ceremony last week where I got promoted to Professor Emeritus, and they had a nice like gift kind of a thing for me. It's like a framed photo of North Campus and kind of old historical part of campus, and so I'm gonna go pick that up. John starts working a schedule from 11 in the morning until 9:30 at night, and that's going to be his schedule for the next several months until this other position that is the one that he wanted, which is from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. until that one's available. So we're gonna have a kind of an interesting little span of time here, but it's regular, you know, basically days, and only during the week. I think, I don't know, I can't remember if it's going to be a Monday through Thursday or a Tuesday through Friday. Can't remember, but anyway, he will have 1 weekday off and then the weekend, so you know, it's fine, and at least we will have a schedule, an actual consistent schedule, so that will be nice. Still kind of reeling from the whole thing with losing Debbie, which was such a surprise, and you know how quickly it all happened. I'm happy for her that she didn't have to go through a bunch of pain and just a long decline, but it was a real shock for us. My sister-in-law, John's sister, and her husband are going to come up Friday and stay overnight and just hang with us, and she and I had some really nice bonding moments through the last week, and I think, you know, we were just finding comfort in being together, and so I'm glad they're coming up. I think it would be nice. I wish they could stay longer. So, hi you guys, it's about 20 minutes to 8 on Tuesday, and John works until 9:30 tonight. It is snowing in Flagstaff right now. It's raining here, but it's snowing, and it's supposed to snow all night, like 1 to 3 inches, and it's May 1st.
Well, it is May 2nd, and it is hailing like crazy here. This isn't even in Flagstaff. This is at my house. It's snowing up in Flagstaff on May 2nd. Yes, absolutely crazy. Do you hear that, you guys? That's coyotes. They're right out in the pasture behind my house. Man, that was freaky. Here's cute little Monica. She loves chewing on empty water bottles. Well, she tries to get her mouth on full water bottles too, but she can't crush them. You having fun? You having fun? Are you having fun? Yeah? Monica! Hi. Yeah, you're very cute. Look at her ears are up. Yay. So, hi you guys. Today is May 8th. It is, what, Tuesday? And I went up to Flagstaff today for a post-surgical appointment, and it's been 5 weeks since my surgery. I've been heel walking in the surgical shoe all this time, and I thought that he had told me originally 6 weeks of heel walking, and then after that it would be 2 to 4 more weeks in the surgical shoe, full weight bearing, before I could go to a regular shoe. But today he said I could wear regular shoes. And so I can't, like, I need to get an insert. I'm going to go back up for I went to a physical therapy appointment today, and then I have another one on Thursday. And when I go up to Flagstaff for that, I'm going to get an insert to kind of support my foot for the next month, and that way I can wear tennis shoes. Right now I'm only allowed to wear stiff shoes, so let me show you the ridiculous shoes I'm wearing with my capris right now. So I just have these mules on with my capris. It looks really stupid, but I have 2 pairs of shoes sort of like these, the other one's black, and they are really stiff in the sole, and so he doesn't want me to like push and bend and push off. He wants me to start putting pressure on the foot, but not to bend at the same time, and so these kind of prevent that. Now, I'm not going to go in public wearing capris and these shoes, but which is why I'm going to go and get the insert that I can put into tennies. I won't be able to wear flip-flops or anything like that for another month. We had some people come and look at the house last week, and then they looked at our house and they looked at several others in some different areas. I don't think they're from Arizona, and they were concerned about how hot it gets here in the summer, and so they loved our house. Our house was their favorite, but they decided that they're going to rent for a while, just so that they can kind of get to know the area. So they're out, and those are the only lookers we've had. There have been a lot of people looking at our house online, and a lot of people saving it, and so it's just going to take the right buyers to get them out here to take a look. And so it's a little bit frustrating, but it's the kind of thing, like if it was just a regular house in a regular neighborhood in, you know, a bigger town, you know, we'd probably have tons of people coming out and taking a look, but this is a real specific kind of property. So I was talking to my realtor friend in Flagstaff, and she said, you know, she said that's kind of how it is in rural areas. You don't get a ton of people looking at the houses, but when you get people, they're pretty serious about that kind of house. And so it's not just tons of people coming in for showings. So we're kind of in this quandary because we are going to move, and we're moving on May 25th into our apartment. I rented a storage unit today so that we can keep like Christmas stuff and our washer dryer, and not all of our patio furniture will fit on the patio at our apartment, and so that will go there. We've sold so much of our furniture, and so we really are not going to have a lot of furniture to store. We're going to store our 2 guest bedroom beds, mattresses. Those are just on regular bed frames. And a couple of bedside tables and a freezer, a small freezer, and a workbench and a washer dryer. Yeah. And then of course boxes of stuff like Christmas stuff, and John has some jewelry making equipment and things, and so we'll be storing that. Everything else will fit pretty well in the apartment. It's 2 bedrooms and a den, and so that's I mean, a 2-bedroom den, and then there's this living room, dining room, kitchen area. Bigger kitchen than what I have now. I'm very excited about that. And so we're actually going to start moving some things into the apartment starting on the 21st. So I don't like to pack up breakable stuff if I don't have to. You know, obviously if I was moving a long distance, like when we moved from Phoenix up to Flagstaff, I packed all that kind of stuff, but I always pack with tons of like fluffy paper, just to make sure things don't break. And so to avoid having to do that and just have tons and tons of boxes, we're gonna make trips up to the apartment during that week of the 21st, and so I'll bring my dishes and breakables and things and food and all that kind of stuff, and get all that kind of stuff settled in, and then the movers will come on the 25th and just kind of do everything else, and we'll have them take some of the stuff to the storage unit and drop it off there, and then the rest of the stuff to the apartment. Yeah, so the difficult thing right now is that we're trying to pack, but we also need to keep the house nice to show. I mean, obviously once the 25th comes, the house is going to be empty. I hope we get an offer before then. Houses always show better when there's furniture in them, but all of the pictures that are online show furniture in the house, so that will give people an idea of what the rooms look like. But I'm just really hoping that we'll have an offer on the house. If we have to pay, you know, double payments, one for our mortgage and one for rent, you know, for a month or two, I mean, that's fine. We can pull that off, but I'd rather not waste the money. But anyway, so let me give you a little look in the house so you can kind of see how we're trying to keep it neat but still have boxes that are packed. So in here, you know, this room looks pretty nice. I have some junk out on the coffee table for right now. And then kitchen area, all that kind of stuff is kept nice. Then we sold some furniture in here. I had a couple of bookcases, and I had a buffet table over here. So I'm still gonna sell this. I haven't listed it yet, the dining room stuff, because we don't need that. But then I have boxes that are over here. We want to make sure that when people come in and they look over here, that it doesn't look like there's boxes everywhere. But I mean, it would stand to reason. When people come in a house, they know you're moving. Okay, so in this room, this couch is spoken for. We have some friends who are going to take the couch. And then we had a big armoire over here, which we sold, and so we've got boxes back there. And then we also had a CD case, big wooden case that held CDs and DVDs, and we sold that. In this guest bedroom, I packed up some bedding, and then I have some boxes over here. There's just a few things in the closet there that are probably going to be packed up, and I'll just take to the apartment. John's going to be working on packing away some of the artwork, and we don't want to like take the bedding off of the beds or anything like that yet, because if we do have people come see the house, we want it to look presentable. The bedroom, oh sorry, I left a pair of jeans there when I changed into my capris. But the bedroom, we've not packed anything up in here yet. I mean, we don't really have to. We don't have to empty the drawers of the dressers or anything. They'll move it with the stuff in. And then the clothes in the closet, we'll load those up in the car and take them to the apartment. Then in the office, There's Monica's little crate. And there she is outside. But anyway, so we've got this all straightened up, and then we have some boxes here, which, I don't know. I might just leave them there. But I think people can look at this, and I packed up all the books that were on here, and then some of the stuff most of the stuff that was in that craft armoire. And so I think that even though there are boxes here, it still gives a really nice look at the room, the size of the room. I have a list of things to do. I kind of have it on my calendar on my computer, where each day there's like pack hall closet, pack coat closet, pack baking items, pack whatever. And so those are on different days, kind of based on how inconvenient we want life to be up at this point. So I don't intend to be baking anything between now and the time we move. So that's something that I plan to get packed up. I think next week is what I put it down for. I'm going to save other things like pots and pans for the week we move, just because, because we're still going to need to cook and eat and stuff. So I thought I was going to work graduation, and, God knew better than I did about whether I was taking on too much, because I always work graduation. I haven't missed a graduation in over a decade, so it's just weird to not be working a graduation. But I had told the girl who organizes it that I would, and she somehow filed my email in the wrong file, and so and they were desperately looking for people to work graduation. But she got all of the spots covered, and then when I contacted her and I said, I didn't hear anything about like which ceremonies you're going to have me work, and because there are two ceremonies on a Friday and 2 on a Saturday, and so I said, I don't know what role you're having me take on and all that. And she was like, oh my gosh, Jennifer, I'm so sorry. I totally messed up with that. So I said, not a big deal. I'm sure it's something I just did not need to be taking on anyway. So that gives me, there's a rehearsal for graduation on Thursday, and then graduation's on Friday and Saturday, which would have cut into time for packing. And so John and I are really just trying to get, all this stuff done. So another thing he's going to do is take the stuff off of our garage racks, the shelves, and then dismantle the shelving unit that we have in there. And he's going to reassemble part of it into the storage space so that we can, and then we'll put like our Christmas boxes and different things like that. Stuff, not all of it, because clearly we're not going to be decorating outside this Christmas because of living in an apartment, but anything that we think that we want to have access to, he's going to put on those shelves. But we sold our grill, we sold a patio table, chairs, and umbrella. The leather couch and chair in my living room, those have been sold to a neighbor on our street, and they agreed to let us keep it here up until we're about to move, just so that if we have people come and take a look at the house, there's furniture in it. Like I said, we need to list the dining room table and chairs and our extra refrigerator out in the garage. I've got a couple of side tables that another neighbor is gonna buy from us. They have a little shop and they wanna sell it there. And so, yeah, it's been busy and crazy. So I guess it is a good thing that we're not, or that I'm not working graduation, because we really need to get going. It's kind of hard to pack when you're trying to think about keeping things looking nice for showing it, because if we were just in full-on packing mode, then it just wouldn't matter. We'd have boxes everywhere. We could take down, you know, half the stuff on the mantle and other stuff's not packed yet, and you know what I mean? But we want to kind of have everything have some rhyme or reason to how it looks. And yeah, it's just kind of nutty. But there's going to have to come a point where we just go for broke and say, if somebody's going to come look at the house, they're just going to have to look beyond the mess. Although I suppose we can move stuff out to the barn, but John's got to get the barn cleaned up first before we can start using that as a place to put boxes. So you also may be wondering what's going to happen with this channel. The answer to the question about this channel is pretty easy, since I won't be living in a little green farmhouse anymore, or a big green farmhouse as this one really is. This channel is not going to have videos on it after, you know, a couple of weeks. And so so then I'm going to go back to using my channel called My Flagstaff Home. So if you're not a subscriber to that channel, you want to go over there and subscribe to that. And so it's just youtube.com/myflagstaffhome. And so I'll be putting stuff up. That channel has always been one about gardening, cooking, crafting, and then, you know, like little quirky events and stuff that happen around town in Flagstaff. So obviously I won't be doing regular gardening, but I'll do a thing with my thrillers, spillers, and fillers, how to, you know, how to put different kinds of flowers in large pots. And so I'll have that, and then I'll also be posting more things on Busy Being Jen. I have not been posting things on that channel just because I've been kind of exhausted with everything that's been going on in our family. That one is just a conglomeration of things. Sometimes it's unboxing videos, sometimes it's empties, sometimes, you know, I'll show decor, seasonal decor, sometimes I show stuff I'm cooking. You know, it's travel planning. Oh, and that's going to be kind of fun. My two sisters-in-law want to do a sister-in-law trip. And so we're going to do that, I think, in the spring. And so I'll be showing you some stuff that we're planning for that. But so that one will have, and also has some life planning kind of things. If I do anything with my calendar or, you know, my life planner, then I show stuff like that on that channel. And then I probably won't be vlogging in the same way that I have been, you know, where I'm weekly talking to you and showing you things in a vlog format. Although I do plan to do some vlogging. The reason I'm not going to do it in the same way is just that, you know, I started vlogging 2 years ago. Can't even believe it. It's been 2 years now. I started by vlogging. I was just going to vlog for the month of May. That was in 2016. And then it was kind of fun to do, and you know, and then I had a lot of stuff going on. I don't know if you guys remember, but I had, like, when I very first started, I had a cancer scare. It was, you know, I had enlarged lymph nodes in my neck, and then and so I had that, and then we were planning for our cruise to Europe, and then we had well, then the dogs died, and then we moved, and then my dad's health went downhill, and then my mother-in-law's health, and all of that. So there were all these things to kind of process through a vlog, like in this sort of format. And now I just sort of feel like, well, partially I'm kind of uninspired by my life, but I think it's just because I'm kind of overwhelmed by things. But yeah, so I don't know. I will probably do, like, you know, little snippets here and there, but probably not as frequent, not enough stuff to put vlogs up every single week. But I'll be putting up a lot of videos and doing a lot of how-tos and showing you some stuff I'm doing. So there'll certainly be a lot of stuff like that. It just won't be the same kind of thing that I have been doing for the past couple of years, because I've had so much drama in my life for the last couple of years. So I'm kind of hoping for a life with a lot less drama. Yeah. really hoping for a life with a lot less drama. I usually don't have a lot of drama in my life, but boy, I sure have these last couple of years. Anyway, so that just kind of explains where we'll be going from there. There will be a couple of more vlogs going up before we move, and then we'll change to that different format. So I'll let you know when the last one on this channel is, and then you can follow me on the other two channels, Busy Being Jen and My Flagstaff Home.